this the best first off-road trail in Arizona? I think it might be. Let us show it to you and you can decide for yourself. The trailhead to Four Peaks is located off of Route 87, the Beeline Highway. When you turn in, you'll come across a large staging area that is often very busy. Head a little further in and you'll come across a second staging area that is usually empty. After we aired down, which is probably not completely necessary, we began our journey. It wasn't very long before my brother had questions.
Where the fuck's he taking us?
By the way, I think they rate this trail a 2.
Yeah, it was a 2 years ago, but with all this rain that we've gotten, it's washed away a lot of the flatness. A lot of ridges and rocks now.
Yeah, it definitely seems more like a 3 or 4 at least. Definitely just a 2.
I have a feeling he's asked that same question to himself many times in his life with some of the places I've taken him to, but I don't think he's regretted any of them. Not yet, anyway. So we picked this trail because it was rated a 2 out of 10, and we were looking to shake out a new suspension setup on the Tacoma, and it was my first time taking the Tacoma off-road. We also knew that Four Peaks had some beautiful views. As you heard my brother and I discuss, that 2 has become more like a 3 or 4 in some spots due to erosion, which was actually perfect for what we were looking to do. The trail is almost 20 miles in and finishes near Lake Roosevelt, so it's about 40 miles round trip if you complete it. This was our second time on this trail. The first time we started too late and couldn't finish, so we hope to do it this time. As you start making your way in, you'll notice that there's many places to camp, most with a great view. Also, near the beginning are a handful of places you can shoot. We decided to have an early lunch so we could focus on driving and taking in the views for the rest of the trip. We found a great little spot on a hilltop with an amazing view and had a quick lunch. While we were eating, a couple taking a G-Wagon out for its first off-road trip approached us, looking for some information on what was ahead. I thought it was very cool seeing the G-Wagon put it in some work off-road. We finished our lunch quickly and headed out. The next few hours were amazing. My brother and I took turns taking the lead and we went through all sorts of terrain. We climbed mountains and headed into valleys. We came across several water crossings. We went from high desert to scrub to forest. Every once in a while we'd come across someone else, but for the most part we were alone, and that's how we liked it. As our rigs, I was driving a new Tacoma, which we recently modified with a new suspension and a wheel and tire package. Although we normally like to personally do our own work as much as possible on our vehicles, we let Underdog Motorsports in Mesa handle the suspension install this time. We did Bilsteins up front, along with the upgraded upper control arms, and in the rear we also went with Bilsteins and an Icon Add-A-Leaf kit. For tires, we went with the tried and true BFG KO2s. I'll tell you, it performed flawlessly. If you're interested in more details on the setup, check out my brother's channel where we did a full vid on it. I'll include a link below. My brother's 4Runner has a ton of great modifications on it, but it's running on the stock suspension. I think after this trip, seeing the Tacoma handle everything with ease, he'll be upgrading soon. So at some point we had a decision to make. We had heard about flooding due to recent rains near Lake Roosevelt and worried about continuing. So somewhere around the 18-mile mark, shy of our goal, we decided to head back. We didn't make it to Roosevelt Lake, but the ride back was even more amazing. The sun was getting lower in the sky and it lit up the desert in a completely different way on the way back. We enjoyed our trip back, making a few stops along the way. for my niece to get some photography in. Eventually, we made it back to the staging area and aired back up. We made it almost 36 miles without any mishaps, except for when I drove off with my brother's air compressor still attached to my front right tire. Oops. Although I was disappointed we didn't make our goal or make it to a little spot for refreshments afterwards, I was grateful to get out in nature for the day. I truly find days like this to be so important to me. To get outside, see sights I would normally never see, and spend time with my family are invaluable. I was particularly happy to spend time with my niece on this adventure. It was great to see her smile and pursue her photography passion. I hope she joins us on future adventures. Thank you for letting me share this day with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you on the next adventure.